Welcome to Sandcastle 101.
Today we're going over tools. They do not have to be these exact tools, just something like this, okay? First off is going to be a margin trowel. It is offset. It just has that dip in it. Same thing with these palette knives. They are offset. They have that dip. I have a pointy one and a long flat one. They do not have to be specifically this thing, okay? Then a flat brush, synthetic preferably. And then this one is a 2-inch, but you can get whatever one you want. Little sand rig, cute, blue. Again, we use plastic and brightly colored ones so they don't rust and so they don't get lost, but you can use whatever you want. Spoons, and then a kid's cup. This guy is nice and sturdy. The sturdier the better. And then a clean, disposable, biodegradable sea turtle safe straw. Okay, save the turtles, don't leave your straws, don't leave trash. Pop off your form if you don't know how to do this. Please see part 1. And then I'm going to use this cup to scoop out a hole from the center of the castle. I'm just going maybe 2 inches deep. We are making crenellations. Those are the name of the little squares that are on top of most castles. Some people call them turrets. They are technically called crenellations, but I'm not going to fight you for that. And then I'm slicing with my long blue spatula, slicing from the outside in, and then I'm popping from the inside out. I'm slicing as deep as that hole is. And then pop it out. I also do not care about the sides. They're going to get sliced off, okay? I care about the top, not the sides. You can have as many crenellations as you want. The smaller they are, the more fragile they are, okay? I go for 6 with this size castle, but you can do whatever you want. You don't even have to make a castle. I'm just showing you how to make a castle. Splash in between to get rid of that fuzziness, and then I'm going to brush off the top. The brush is a smoothing tool, blending tool, and eraser. It'll get rid of anything you don't want on your castle, mostly. Don't quote me on that. But it blends, all right? Blender. Get rid of things. Again, just care about the top, because the next part is making a balcony. For a balcony, I'm going to use the big blue spatula. I'm going to slice what is called a relief cut. That is telling me and my sand where to stop. Now, starting at the top and holding your spatula sideways, you're going to slice all the way down to that line. You do not want to go past it, and it does not matter how much sand you slice off. If you want a skinny balcony or a wide balcony, that is up to you. Again, it's your castle. Do your thing. Now, I am not worried about the fuzziness, like how messed up the quote-unquote floor of the balcony is. I'm going to go back and clean that up. I'm just taking the bulk of the sand and making the walls flat, okay? Now I'm going to go back and I'm going to re-slice that floor, holding that spatula flat, make sure it is level, re-slice it. You can do this process as many times as you need to make it flat. I'm going to come back, I'm going to smooth it off. Coming in with the brush, I'm just getting rid of any rogue fuzzies or drippies, because next are decorations. I'm taking the spoons, whatever size you want, don't care, scooping out a door. Windows and doors are what I use the spoons for. I am just scooping out a door wherever you want. You can have 37 doors. Your castle, design it however you would like. Now, I am doing little scoops over and over, and I'm pulling straight out when I hit that balcony. I'm not swooping down. Round window is a point and a twist, similar to a drill or a melon baller. And then the cathedral window is my personal favorite. That is where you're going to place your finger where you want the bottom, scoop all the way down to your finger, and pull straight out. You are literally scraping the top of your finger. When you're pulling out, it'll create a round top and a little flat bottom. So those are door, round window, and cathedral. Next is the pointy palette knife. I'm going to use that to just draw. You can draw whatever you want. I'm going to make a little frame around my door, and then I'm going to roll into some cobblestone. The key to cobblestone is the variation in shape and size. It's kind of like camouflage. You want them all to be different shapes and sizes, but you want them all to touch, okay? It is very key that they look stacked on top of each other. Otherwise, it kind of looks like polka dots, which is a vibe, you know? Polka dot castle, I'm here for it. Straw. Below, okay? Don't suck it in. You'll know if you've done it wrong, all right? Don't drink your sand. I'm just blowing it off. If I brushed it, it would erase it. It would remove the detail. I want to keep that detail, but get rid of that excess sand, so I'm blowing it off. Bricks are next. I'm drawing horizontal lines first. I find it easier this way. You can draw your up and down lines first, but I like horizontal. And then I stagger these lines, which means I find the middle, and I make my next line on the next row in the middle of the brick above it. That makes them look like they are actually stacked. And then same thing, I blow out those lines instead of brushing. If I didn't like them, if I wanted to erase, I would brush. Now, you might be wondering how those stairs got there. I will show you in part 3. But now I have to take the rake, fluff it out, and then add some seashells, all right? Nature's bedazzling. And then I hope you like this. If you want to see a certain detail, let me know down below. This will be a whole series. Thanks so much. Love you. Bye.